friendly neighborhood old bat. How y'all doing today? I'm doing pretty good. It's a beautiful, crisp morning. It's 34 degrees, and I'm still not turning that heat on. It's still warm enough in here. It's above 60. Hey, Vonnie B. I see we have Vonnie B and Sunnyside on in my chat this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we doing? How are we doing? Let's go ahead and get into the content. Hey, Hatfield McCoy. Hey, how you doing, my brother? See, it's good to see my brothers in this chat. Vonnie B and Hatfield McCoy, and you too, Sunnyside. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. Let's go to Fat Photog first. Fat Photog's got all of our locale needs met in clever edits, wonderful thumbnails, and all that good clever shit. Please like, share, and subscribe to Fat Photog. Modified Reptilian Snap Berry Crunch. You must assume that you got nothing. Oh, ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? Well, you better be getting them jaws ready, doing some tongue exercises, you son of a bitch. Because I sure as hell ain't giving you no damn money. I ain't giving you shit. I'll give you shit, but I ain't giving you any money. Oh shit, I forgot to share it.
Of Americans dying. I mean, what else am I to assume from that? Alrighty. Good morning. It's Morning Coffee 0004.
You know what? I'm not even high yet. I don't think I'm awake yet. I'm dressed, I'm here, but I'm not quite awake. I do apologize. But it was only like a minute or so into it. Here we go.
And I want to address two things. Number one, obviously the most important thing, is that the SNAP benefits did not go through on November 1st. So I must assume that the Trump administration is totally okay with millions of people dying.
Millions of people are not going to die, and you're only worried about yourself, you son of a bitch. You're only worried about your fucking self. Don't you act like you're worried about somebody else other than your fucking self, you asshole.
And the Democrat Party, led by Chucky Schumer, is also okay with millions of Americans dying. I mean, what else am I to assume from that? Like I said in the previous video, they can pull money from the Pentagon. They can pull money from other wackadoodle services that aren't even being utilized at the moment to pay for the food stamps. The food stamps is only $8.8 billion, and they can pull the billions and billions of dollars of waste and fraud into covering that. Now, the reason I'm mentioning it a second time in a second video is because California has a food bank, and the food bank is now reporting, their spokesman actually came out and got behind a podium and said that the California Food Bank is not going to be able to cover all Californians that need food. The food bank can handle maybe 80,000 at best.
California is not the only state that's suffering. All 50 states are suffering, you fucking dick. There's millions of people suffering. God. And you know what? You're only worried about what this is going to do for you. You're not worried about what this is going to do for other people. You're not the least bit fucking worried. You couldn't care less. You really couldn't. You couldn't care less. All you're worried about is feeding your fat ass. Guess you should have spent your money on some fucking dog food instead of feeding your dog pork steaks and fucking hot dogs and other shit.
Whereas the SNAP program would handle 125 to 135 million or thousand or whatever it is, and so it falls short. It falls far short. They're 80 versus the food stamp program's 120 to 130, 135, whatever. I'm spitballing the numbers here, but you get what I'm saying. There's not enough to cover every stamp, the equivalent of food.
You know what? This sumbitch never working before can get fucking food stamps. I worked before and I quit my job. They told me that I couldn't get food stamps. Because I had deployed. Well, you're on unemployment. You don't need food stamps. Well, I don't have unemployment. It's run out. Well, just sucks to be you. I was told that I couldn't get fucking couldn't get fucking food stamps. I was told to get a fucking job. Is my point. I was told to get a fucking job. I served my country, and I was told to get a fucking job whenever I asked for help.
Stamps. Not going to be able to cover it. They're just not. And I suspect other states are that way as well, not just California. So, there is going to be loss of life as a result of this. I'm sure that the Democrats and the Republicans, the states will cover it. The states cannot cover it. The California spokesperson just came out behind a podium and said they can't cover it. Okay, that's why the stamp program exists, is to cover the people that need assistance. Now, I can understand the Republicans' point, because the Republicans are saying that illegals should not get food stamps, they should not get SSI, they should not be put up in fancy hotels in New York City, et cetera, blah, blah, blah. And I sympathize with that issue. However, by the same token...
And you know something? They'll give a worthless son of a bitch food stamps that'll stay on food stamps for their entire life. I just needed it to get over the hump until I could get another job. I was struggling with PTSD. I was struggling with mental illness. No help. None. I had to struggle until I was finally retired from the Army. I ended up losing everything. Yeah, the government will help worthless pricks like Von Helton. They'll help worthless pricks like Von Helton. They'll help Shanny. They'll help Rev. Fuckers that have never worked a day in their fucking life. But they wouldn't help me. All I wanted was a little help. Hell, even $50 in food stamps would have been enough to help me. But no. But I'm far better off now, and I don't need them. You hear that, Von Helton? I don't need them.
Once the Republicans seen that Chucky Schumer was not going to go ahead with the vote on the open bill, somebody should have stepped up such as Mr. Johnson. Hey, Speaker Johnson, you out there? Should have spoke up and said, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring back Elon Musk, and he's going to find all this waste, fraud, and abuse that's going on in the Pentagon, and we'll take 8.8 billion of that money, and we'll put it into the food stamp program to keep the food stamp program going. That's what should have happened. Well, it didn't happen, though, didn't it? Did it, boys and girls? No, because my food stamp card has a whopping 50 cents on it.
Well, go buy yourself a piece of gum. Let him eat cake. Let Von Helton eat cake.
As of right now, my food stamp card has a whopping 50 cents on it, and it shouldn't. It should be, what is it? I think $291 or some shit. So yeah, we got a problem. We got a real problem, and it's a serious one. And a pox on both their houses. This should not be happening. It should not be allowed to happen. There's tons of money in Washington, D.C. that is being wasted every day that could be diverted to cover the food stamp program. They're just not wanting to do it.
I remember when I lost my nice apartment and ended up having to move into the shady part of town. I got all my stuff moved in, got my place set up like in less than 12 hours. And I sat down on my couch looking around at my new place, and I cried. I cried. Because I was helpless, and I was in the throes of my problems. The VA was trying its best to try to straighten me out, but the medicines they put me on were so noxious. By the time they got me on all those medicines, I couldn't function. And they were switching meds and everything else, and it was just a big old mess. It was a mess. And I was a mess. Lucky for me, I met John. And this is after I moved. I had moved from there to my trailer that I had. I bought a trailer. And I really loved it. And, it's amazing how your life turns out. It is. It's amazing how your life turns out, because I'm in a better position now than I've ever been in my life. I've been poor my whole life. Scratching, scrimping, surviving. And I don't have to do that no more. Because I make enough money to where I don't have to. But it took time. It took a year and a half to finally retire me. The back pay was nice, but it came after I'd done lost everything.
The Democrats or the Republicans. Are you hearing me, voter? And I said the word voter for a reason. Because the left-right paradigm is just that, is a paradigm. All right, and if you can't figure it out by now, then I don't know what to tell you. But it's a paradigm, and as a result, we need a qualified third party. Now, I prefer the Constitution Party, but I mean, you can, the Green Party's out there. Which, by the way, the Republicans and Democrats don't like the Green Party either. They don't like the Constitution Party. They don't like the Green Party. Why? Because the Green Party and the Constitution Party are alternatives to their bullshit.
Hey,
And as I've
C2
said
Gypsy, how
numerous
you doing,
times,
sis?
a bird needs 2 wings to fly, not one. So, maybe it's time that the conservatives look at the Constitution Party as a viable alternative, whereas the liberals and leftists look at the Green Party as a viable alternative. And I understand, and my understanding is that the Green Party's presidential candidate was a really nice lady.
Hey, Shiloh.
But you couldn't get nowhere because the Democrat Party blocked her at every opportunity. Isn't that interesting, Democrats? Maybe you ought to check out the Green Party, find out what's going on there. Because the Democrats blocked her from getting any kind of notoriety, any kind of recognition, any kind of voting. They blocked her at every turn. You might want to investigate that, Democrats. Find out what's going on there, because something's going on there. Because she got blocked at every turn. And she's a nice lady. Seems like it.
Oh, shut the hell up. You know something, Vaughn? You don't know your ass from a fucking hole in the ground. You've never, ever had to go and fight for anything. I've had to fight, claw, and take nothing and make it into something in order to make my bread. Y'all ever had flour pancakes with cinnamon? Yeah, I've had to do that.
You know, seems like a really nice lady. So anyway, check that out, Democrats. That's some homework for you to do. Now,
Hey, Mercury!
But yeah, the food stamp program is obviously the number one priority because people are going to die without food. Okay, that's reality. You know, you have to have food to live. Okay, and of course, the elites like to call us useless eaters. Yes, that really is a term. You can Google that. And so, yeah, there's that, you know. Oh, we'll just cut off the food stamp program and get rid of all the useless eaters. Well, yeah, I got a real problem with that. And I imagine a whole bunch of other people have a real problem with that.
Well, you are pretty useless, Vaughn. What purpose do you serve? Other than to put out misinformation and fear-mongering. What purpose do you fucking serve? You serve no fucking useful purpose. You don't even work. Working would serve a useful fucking purpose. God, you're useless.
As well. But let's be clear. A pox on both their houses, Republican and Democrat.
Hey, all my mirrors.
Okay, if you are a voter and you vote, keep that in mind when we go to vote again. That both the Republicans and the Democrats could have stopped this and funded the food stamp program. They just didn't want to do it. And maybe that's the reason they got rid of Elon Musk in the first place. What do you think, guys? Elon Musk was this close to finding all kinds of waste, fraud, and abuse in the Pentagon. This close. And then he gets booted? You think that's coincidence? Come on, folks. I know it's early in the morning, but we got functioning brains. Come on, let's get the brain and burn. You know, put some hot cocoa in you or some coffee or something, and think your brain. Get your brain thinking here, because I mean, he was this close to finding trillions and trillions of dollars of waste, fraud, and abuse in the Pentagon, and he gets booted. Think that's a coincidence? Hell no, it ain't a coincidence. That's a fact, Jack. Think about it. That's a fact. So yeah, it's not nothing is by coincidence, folks. Let's just get that straight. Nothing is by coincidence, okay? It's just not. But the food stamp program obviously is a very serious thing, and it's not to be taken lightly, which is what Chucky Schumer is doing. And to a lesser extent, the Republicans are doing. Like I said, Speaker Johnson, all he had to do was just, divert some funds to cover the food stamp program, but he didn't. Why? Well, that's a good question. How about it, Speaker Johnson? You got an explanation for me? Because I'm sure the American public would love to know why you haven't already diverted funds to keep the food stamp program going. And you did, and we did it the last time they pulled this little stupid stunt. we were able to keep the food stamp program going. Why? Because they diverted funds over to keep the food stamp program going. Well, why didn't we do it this time? Oh, good question, right? Because remember, the last time they had one of these brouhahas, food stamp program kept going because they diverted funds. But they didn't divert funds this time. So why? Why didn't we divert funds this time, Speaker Johnson? Why? Why didn't we do that? Lots of questions, very few answers. Now, on to point number 2. Because this keeps coming up and coming up and coming up and coming up, and so I'm going to address it.
I've come up with a theory. Okay? I've come up with a theory on these lulz cows that they don't really have brains per se. They have more of a nucleus. And that nucleus only strives to get food, drugs, if drugs are applicable, alcohol, if applicable, shelter, if you're feeling really frisky, and whatever it is that takes to make them happy. It's just the basic functions. They can't do anything else other than the more baser functions. They're animals. They're animals. They're not people. They're animals. They think like animals. They don't use their higher thinking. All they think about is the here and fucking now, and live in the fucking moment. I'd be willing to bet that dog is smarter than Vaughn is. I'd be willing to bet.
We are not reptilians.
No shit.
No, because if we were reptilians, we would be cold-blooded, and every one of us would freeze to death every winter. You know, we're not cold-blooded reptiles. Sorry. The Anunnaki and Quetzalcoatl and all these other reptilian gods that supposedly created us did not create us.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Anyway, I bet he's eating them words. When he told Andrea to sleep in the fucking car. Fucking prick. You'd have told me that one time. I'd have went upside his fucking head when I was young. I'd have told him and said, you take your fucking ass out into the car. Me and this joker wouldn't have lasted 10 seconds. We went, you know what? It wouldn't have got past hello. Because I'd already seen that this guy was a loser.
Because we were created in their image, right? We were modified. They modified. They did not create us. They modified us. Now, here's a feather in the cap to the atheists, okay, and the secularists. It is entirely possible that we came out of the soup. Okay, I'm willing to entertain that. However, let's be clear. We did not have a common ancestor with the monkey, the chimpanzee, the orangutans, gorillas.
Oh, there would be battery charges pressed on me. Of course, after he's done something to me, because you know that he didn't keep his hands off of Andrea. You know he didn't. You know he was grabbing on her and shit. Because he's a bully. I'm smoking, dear. You're going to have to go on because I'm smoking. And you know damn well that, he wasn't a nice guy.
Whatever. We did not have a common ancestor with a monkey. You say, well, Bon, why do they keep pushing this anyway, this common ancestor? Because they want to lessen humanity. See, you have to understand something about war, okay? It's very important you understand something about war. It is very, very difficult to get people to kill human beings because we're human beings. We have a divine spark. We are created a little lesser than the angels, as the one Bible verse says. But we're human. We are human, we are sentient, and we are, we have that divine spark. And so when it comes to killing another human being, it's very difficult.
It's not that hard. It's not that hard. People do it every day. Every day. If it's that hard to kill another human being, then why do we do it every day? Why are there deaths every day from violence? Why do we hurt each other? This is what I mean by Vaughn's stupidity. According to what he just said, we shouldn't be able to do anything mean to each other because we're human beings and we have a divine spark. Yes, we have a divine spark. But a lot of people go contrary to that. Look at our community. Look at how some people treat each other. This guy is so full of fucking shit. He is. But you know what? I refuse to believe that the world is a cesspool. I refuse. I think that there's a lot of good still in the world. I don't care what this corner of YouTube tells me. I go out into this world and I see a lot of good. I see it every day. And you know something? That's what keeps my heart somewhat warm. Somewhat. Guarded, but warm. Can't go through what I've gone through and not be guarded. It's just not the way it works. This son of a bitch has never experienced anything. He's been up under his mama's wing the biggest part of his life until she passed away. He essentially killed the golden goose by letting her lay in the middle of the floor having a stroke. You fucked yourself. You really did. And you know what? You're going to go in just a similar fashion. Bank on it.
There's actual hardwired stuff within us that says, no, I'm not going to kill that other human being.
Hey, Eileen Ebony!
Because he's a human being. So, what you have to do in war, in order to get them to kill the other human being, is you have to lessen their humanity. Oh, well, those people are what? Mindless savages. They're barbarians. They're infidels. They're kafirs. They're goyim. They're filth, garbage, whatever. You have to lessen their humanity in order to be able to kill them. So, by coming up with this stupid idea that we have a common ancestor through an ape, what does that do? It lessens our humanity. It lessens our uniqueness. It lessens that divine spark of creativity. I mean, even Carl Sagan in his own book said that Cro-Magnon man had, quote, outside help, unquote. Okay, well, unfortunately, Carl didn't elaborate on that outside help. but interest, because he's playing an atheist. But I mean, but yeah, that's... So even Carl Sagan in his book admitted they had outside help. So where did that outside help come from? The Anunnaki, the reptilian extraterrestrials. But he won't say that. for some reason. He won't say that. But in any event, no matter what you believe in that particular vein, we are obviously one step above. So, in order to kill another human being, you have to lessen their creativity, their uniqueness, their humanity. Okay, you have to do that, and that's just the way it goes. So, in any event, that's where we're at on that. And so, no, they are not our creators. Now, obviously Zachariah Sitchin is the one that says they're our creators. They are not. They modified us. You can say that, because that's where these blue blood people.
Yeah, I got 2 kittens about a month ago. And one, I have a furry black kitten named Jax, and a gray tabby named Little Bit. And Jax is already as big as Gracie. Y'all have seen him. He's growing. He's going to be a very large feline. I love big kitties. Like, I love this one, but I wished I could cuddle her and squeeze her, but she doesn't like that. So I'm not going to do that to her. And no, I don't chase my cats around the house and say, "Let me love you." Because no, you got to let them come up to you. Who are you growling at? Is there a kitten in here? There's enough love to go around, honey. Each of the kittens, when I came home from the flea market the other day, they wanted hugs. So I picked them up and they threw their arms up, and I gave them hugs. And Meatball sat there looking kind of despondent. And and then I picked her up and gave her a hug. She usually doesn't want hugs, but she wanted a hug. And I gave her a hug. She's not a huggy kind of cat. And even though mine and Meatball's relationship is very contentious at times, all right, I'm leaving you alone. Leaving you alone. Don't know why you're here if you're grouchy. But hey, you do you. Even though our relationship is contentious, I'll never forget first meeting her. We've been inseparable ever since. That's okay. We act like we don't like each other, but deep down, we love each other. And then, of course, there's Gracie. She just don't care.
Come from, blue blood elitists, with high concentrations of reptilian DNA in their blood. That's where they get all that from. They get that from the modifications that were made. But we were modified, but we were not created. So if you want to say we come out of the soup, or if you want to say we were created by the source, either way works. But then like I said, the extraterrestrials modified us a little bit for whatever reasons. The reasons vary depending upon who you talk to. But in any event, there we go. So I wanted to clear up those two things because it was kind of annoying me. So there we go. We got that.
You know what annoys me? Is that you come up with all this shit, but you don't explain it. And you don't have any facts to back it up, or even any pseudo facts to back it up. You don't have any articles to back it up. You just pull this shit out of your ass. You're not even good at it.
It all took care of. All right, that's it. 0004 in the can. Have a good day. There is a concerted effort to try to dox me, to try to find out where I'm at. You will not find out where I'm at. What have I been saying in my videos? By the time you figure out where I'm at, I'm done gone. Now, you can figure out where I went. You can either say I went to Nevada, or you can say I went back to Fairfax, or whatever it's called. I think it's Fairfax. Where did I go? But I can assure you that whatever you're thinking, wherever you think I am not there. I've done moved on. I might be in Nevada hooking up with Miss Parker. Did you guys ever think of that? What did Miss Parker say in the live show?
You ain't hooking up with Miss Parker. She may have invited you over, but she's got an old man for one, and I'm sure he works and takes care of her. And two, let me get real. You're short, which is not in itself a bad thing, because I'm short too. But I imagine she don't want no short, stupid, smelly, fat, nasty bastard touching her. You really think you got a shot? No.
We did together. You need to come to Nevada to be with me. Now what she said? Yeah. You trolls are so gullible. You are so easily played. I don't understand. Why are you guys so easily played, man? You think you're in control. You think you got all the right stuff. Well, you don't. But anyways, one thing is for sure, I am going to be checking out some campgrounds, and that's further south.
You know, I don't like to do this because it's a terrible thing to do, but I would love to grind this man under my fucking boot heel. Actually, I'd prefer to grind him under my stiletto. Do it as a woman, not as a soldier. That's far more humiliating.
South than my current location. That is true. That is very true, because I do need to investigate that. What is cheaper? Is it going to be cheaper to be on a campground? Is it going to be cheaper to get a
Hey, Tina Tampons, how you doing,
love? Is it
love?
going to be cheaper to, look into some other things? But now my cousin is going to help me get my SSI, and for the obvious reason that I'm going to be on my own. I'm not going to be anywhere near her. And because you guys are scared the shit out of that poor girl. So I'm going to find my own place. And it's obviously going to be, by the time you figure out where I'm at, I'm not there anymore.
You're right.
Okay? Keep that in mind.
You know what? As usual.
There'll be a quiz later. I
wonder where the fuck you got that from. Seems somebody's been picking up what I put down. Hey, Vaughn, if you're watching, fuck you. I hope you fucking choke.
Yeah, and I've said this in numerous videos now, so you got no excuse, right? By the time you figure out where I'm at, I am not there. And like I said in the comment section of my video, it'll probably be, probably down near Phoenix, where it's an awful lot warmer than it is even here. So we'll probably look into that maybe. But for sure, by the time you figure out where I'm at, or where you think I'm at, I'm not there anymore. And like I said, there's places, lots of places to check out that I have to check out here in Arizona that are farther south than my current location. But trust me, trolls, you will not figure out where I'm at. You can sit there and assume all you want, but it's not going to help you. Okay? Because by the time you figure it out, I
Yeah,
know I'm
I
gone.
know.
But just
I've
keep that
seen
in mind.
those.
What did Ms.
You
Parker
are
say?
so right,
You need to come
Shiloh.
to where? Nevada. You need to come to Las Vegas.
You know what? You are so right. You are on the fucking nose. But Frisbee actually worked, though. Frisbee actually held some sort of job. That's how he had such prodigious girth. In other words, that's why he was so fucking fat.
Vegas, Nevada, to be with me. So, keep that in mind, trolls. And you have a wonderful day. Bye.
What a fucking moron. God, this guy sucks. Let's see. Let's see if Fat Photog's got anything for us. No, we already showed that one. Let's see what Rev's got for us. Can you help me? I was in there for this one. I don't know if I was blocked already or what have you, but I managed to throw in a few good ones. A few zingers.
Oh my god.
Online stalking. Somebody's DM. Yeah, like they're watching you, they see that you're authentic, you're truthful, got more of a spine than they've ever had. I cannot make it up. Divine Feminine DM, what's up, boo? Yeah, DM watching you, stalking online, self-pleasure.
So start begging already. Quit playing with your camera.
Reverse, self-satisfying.
Oh.
Maybe you're not that type of person, like you do things for others. Giving up, resigning, and throwing in the towel, quitting. Yeah, somebody's done me.
What's up, guys? I'm just gonna have this on here like this. I don't see anybody in here yet, but there probably is.
That's just weird. Stop wasting time. Begin now. Don't question it. Let go of what doesn't serve you. Repetition, karma, growth. Late bloomer needs time to learn and grow.
Hey, what's up,
Success later in
Peace Theory? Alright. Hi, Corey.
Get a fucking job. Get a job, shine na na, shine na na, get a job, shine na na, shine na na, get a job.
So, you helped us out yesterday, Clam Smasher, that's a fucking hilarious name.
Hey, Kickstand, how you doing?
So, can I friggin' edit the title of this in here? I don't know if I can do that. And it's so weird that you can't chat in your own, there's no chat for me. It's so dumb, man. I don't get this shit at all. It doesn't make any sense. That kills the video. Hey, Dashton. Yeah, maybe I can get in there on your thing. Because I gotta
Oh
put
my God, that would be a sight. That would be a
the
sight.
places to give. There, Thank you for the 90 people watching. That's ridiculous. Thank you.
That is ridiculous. No, everybody likes a good train wreck and the opportunity to fuck with you. Get a fucking job. God, y'all have no survival instinct whatsoever. Y'all don't care. Shit. Y'all ain't gonna do what you gotta do to survive. You know, at least get out there with a fucking sign, something. Shit, what the hell is wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with you? For real.
I'm putting in the app deal, you know, the ats. Sorry.
Hey, Lynette.
All right, there. Now is that going to come up in this chat so that I can pin it? It doesn't look like it is. I don't think that even showed up in the chat. Well, this is fucking dumb.
Yeah, you better believe I was cruising food banks and everything else, trying to keep food in my house. I would try to limit the times I would go because there's families that need that shit. You know, I wouldn't go unless I didn't even have flour. If I was down to flour, I would go. But otherwise, I would just, limp along with whatever it is I had. Ramen noodles and canned vegetables were a thing for a long time.
I can't put the things in there. I have no idea what to do.
Now, personally, when it came down to it, now I feel whenever I'm talking to you guys and I'm doing what I'm doing, I feel open and I feel good in everything. But when I was doing that customer service job here online at home, it's like the walls were closing in. So I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. Plus, they were dicks.
This is the dumbest fucking
Hey,
shit that I've ever seen, that I can't chat in this fucking chat on the phone, that on my live. I really don't have anything to talk about. I'm highly depressed. I don't have any fucking food intake whatsoever. So yeah, I don't have much to say, man.
Well, guess you should have budgeted your money a bit better. Saved for a rainy day or something. Go out and get another fucking job. You let Shani ruin this for you and her. She thought she would just hurt Will on this, but she didn't. She hurt the both of you. She's stupid. She is just like my ex. Will cause a fucking stink no matter where the fuck you are, cause a fight, reach out and fucking smack you, hit you. He doesn't fucking care. He did not care where we were. That shit is embarrassing. Shani is the same fucking way. She will raise a fucking stink in public and cause a big ass fucking scene. Oh my God. The parent, sometimes when I review her, it's difficult because the parallels between her and my ex, other than he worked, he held a job and she didn't. That is the only difference between the two. The only fucking difference. That and he wasn't fat.
No. And I can't pay attention to that chat too much because it's like, oh, kid kicker, that kid. I'm not doing it to myself. I'm fucking not doing it to myself. But whenever this time comes, when there's no money and there's no food in the fucking house, I have to get on here and do this. And I don't know. It just doesn't seem very productive most of the time. But you did help us the last time we were on. And I appreciate that, I was just hoping there was somebody that could help. But I can't even put the things in there. I can't even put it in the chat. That makes absolutely no sense.
What is it on there?
It's the Tento Saga one, so it's... I don't even know anymore. I don't know. Is that right? That might be right. Yeah, try signing in.
Hey, free plus tax.
Yeah, I think that's right.
She did. The thing about people like Shani is they will slit their own throat just to get to you. They will. They will hurt themselves just to try to get next to you. Oh, yeah. Damn the consequences. Consequences. I'm going to do what I want. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. That's how she is. Nobody's going to tell me what to say, what not to say, or how to talk. Never mind if there is a line, good taste, and what's right and what's wrong. But she doesn't even seem to have a moral compass. And it seems like her only existence is to live off of somebody else. That's it. That's all she can do. It's all she knows how to do. She can't live on her fucking own. She's never lived on her own. Name the number of places where she and her kids have lived on their own. I'll wait. I'll wait.
That should be right. I have no idea. I'm sorry, guys. I really don't have anything to say to you. I just don't. And I'm not in hello my honey, hello my baby, hello my ragtime gal fucking entertainment mode either. So
What's the fucking point?
I apologize for that. But basically, I'm looking for just a couple, one or two nice people to go, oh, like those people are fucking starving. So maybe I will help them out a little bit. That's why I'm here. Because that's the case. It's like we're fucking starving.
You might be starving, but Shani ain't starving. I think that bitch could stand to miss a meal or two. And on that note, I got to get off here and start doing some stuff before the old man gets home. I want to thank everybody that came and saw me today. You guys rock. I don't care if you were here for 10 minutes, 10 seconds, or the whole thing. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. You know why? Do you? It's because nobody else will. Now, y'all take care, and I will see you later this afternoon. God, you are cranky for smoking and joking. Bye. Peace.